every day.
Yeah, gotta give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey!
I listen to KBLA and I love the commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, you know, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it! Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power! Fight the power! Fight the power!
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
I just want you to think here as we begin today about when you think of developing a relationship, exactly what are you referring to? Well, I'm hoping that it's more than just some sort of a transaction. I want something from you and I know you want to get something from me, and so let's see if we can engage with each other and do it that way. That's the way businesses can operate, and there's a place for that. But when we talk about relationships, particularly of a more personal nature, we're talking about something much more than simply transactions. And today I'm wanting to talk with you about how healthy relationships can play out and what ingredients we look for there. And I want to compare it to the fact that narcissists don't look at relationships in a healthy way. They look at it as merely transactions, as if it's an exchange of goods and services. Now, first, let's take a look at some of the primary things that we're looking for when we talk about developing and maintaining a relationship. Now, obviously, we can say that a relationship means that we're going to engage with each other on a personal level. Now, you can do this whether it's in romance or in family or friendships. You can even have this kind of mentality within businesses and organizations. It may not be that you're going to have the same heart level of expectation, but it can still be there. There's the personal dimension, and you want to make sure that it's tended to well. And so in those kinds of relationships, you're seeking to find and learn about the other individual's essence. Who are you from the inside out? What is it that drives you? And what is it that makes up the fullness of what you are, your core beliefs and those kinds of things? And we like to know those things about one another. When we develop relationships, we like to know what your preferences are. or some of your unique life experiences. Tell me about those kinds of things. And what is it that gives you a thrill? What are some of the disappointments that you've had? What are some of the hurdles that you've had to go through? In relationships, we learn those kinds of things. In relationships, we hope that we can, we want to build up one another's hopes, and we share our hopes with each other. We talk about some of the needs that we have, not just of a physical nature, but of a personal nature that can be there. In healthy relationships, we discuss our dreams, our aspirations. We can talk about our hurts and our disappointments. We can talk about our feelings in general. And so I'm hoping you can see that in the healthy form, there's, again, that very personal kind of dimension where we see one another as more than just robots and machines. And then as we go deeper into that, then hopefully we're going to be able to cultivate things like trust and encouragement. And we're going to develop a personal dimension between us. There's going to be a friendship and a human connection that we can have. And so you can see that when I'm talking about having a relationship, it's much, much more than just a transaction. I want A from you and I'll pay you, and I know you want to be paid from me, so we'll have that transaction, we have an agreement, a deal done. Or, services that are there. Yeah, but as we look at narcissists, that's kind of the way they think. They think of you as somebody that can service them. It's a deal, what they have with you, and it's not all about that more interpersonal kind of thing that I'm just mentioning. So let's recognize that as a narcissist enters into a relationship, they're actually entering as users. Now, at first, it doesn't necessarily look like that because they can put on a disguise for a while and make you think that they're interested in you on that personal dimension, as I was just describing. But ultimately, that narcissist is thinking one huge thing, and that is, I need something for myself, and I'm wondering what you're going to do to get me my needs met. And you're a function. You're a tool to be used. Again, they can be setting you up with what seems to be niceness, but in the end, you're going to be able to look back and see, well, some of that was just a disguise. It was a chameleon-like approach to the engagement.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. C, man. Dr. C don't be playing. He comes out swinging for the fences. Am I here to service your needs? Am I but an intimate function for you? See, let me tell you something. The importance of self-awareness is so impactful, serious, and crucial to the development of a healthy relationship, first with oneself and then with others. If you don't know how or in what way you are challenged, broken, fragmented, what's going to happen is your relationship with others, it's going to manifest that brokenness, that fractured, that disjointed, that disassociation. Whatever keeps you disconnected is going to manifest in the environment, the mirrored holographic environment of relationship. Why do I use the term holographic? Because your whole story is there. Your whole genetic story is there. Your whole epigenetic story is there. Again, intimate relationships is the battlefield where these wounds go to war. And a lot of people don't recognize that, which is why we are doing a series, right? This is episode 1 of a series that I am cultivating for the voice of reason. The reason why this is important is because many people do not understand the spiritual purpose of relationships. Why I attract the type of person I attract. For what purpose? For what reason? Why do I continuously attract the same kind of person? Why do I go back to a dysfunctional norm over an uncomfortable new? Right? Norm versus new. The new is unknown. It's new. I don't know what it is. I'm uncomfortable with it because it's unfamiliar. So this series, very simply, the unseen laws, spiritual laws that every relationship must respect. The unseen spiritual laws every intimate relationship must respect. Episode 1 tonight, live on KBLA Talk 1580, live from the heart of Lamert Park. You already know what it is over here. The voice of reason is always on fire. Listen, this is a national discussion. A national discussion. I want people calling in from all over the country. Wherever you are, whatever city you're in, please call right now and join this discussion. You heard how Dr. C already broke it down. Transactionalism versus organic reciprocity. Is reciprocity scheduled? How does comparison negatively impact reciprocity? This is about to be very deep. Tonight's episode 1, the law of unforced reciprocity. What you send out, energy, thoughts, actions, will return amplified. What if what we call love is merely the echo of our wounds begging to be recognized, marked as kindness, baptized in codependence, and sold as reciprocity? The law of unforced reciprocity reveals an unsettling truth for many. Most of us, giving is not love, but ledger. For most of us, giving is not love. It's the keeping of a ledger. Trauma in drag, seeking symmetry through control. True reciprocity cannot emerge from unintegrated need. You've heard the term unintegrated. You've heard the term individuated. You got to integrate that shadow with the mask in order to become whole yourself, so you can stop looking to be made whole by an external source. That's what narcissists do. They need to be made externally. They need to be made whole externally. Do you see? True reciprocity cannot emerge from unintegrated need. So if you are unintegrated, unindividuated, you haven't gotten on the journey of individuating yourself, guess what you are? You are relationally needy. So you may come in with the idea that's really prominent out in the relationship sphere, right? I deserve. No, you deserve what you work on. Somebody meme it. You deserve what you conquered within yourself. True reciprocity cannot emerge from unintegrated need. It arises only from, listen. True reciprocity only arises from unperformed presence. Many people don't know how to be present. If you don't know how to be present with your wounds, how can you be present with another person? You're going to attract what you are, so 9 times out of 10, they're going to be unintegrated. They haven't jumped on the integration, the individuation mission, right? So it's two unintegrated people looking for each other to meet their needs. They don't understand what organic, unforced reciprocity is. No, they're going to look at what you do to justify if they should do the same for you. And if you do something that they deem to be lacking consideration, of low quality, do you see where comparison and judgment and criticism comes in, right? Listen to what I'm saying, right? True reciprocity only arises from unperformed presence. Until then, our organic flow is but a ritual of reenactment, love laced with fear, generosity poisoned by expectation. Reciprocity returns amplified, not because the universe rewards us, but because it mirrors us. And what we mistake as fate may in fact be familiarity. To love without transaction is not noble, it's revolutionary. The great Krishnamurti, I love you and I don't want a thing from you. I love you organically, authentically, unconditionally, and it doesn't need to be repaid. Right? I don't need to be acknowledged because I love you. I don't need to be praised and put on a pedestal because I love you. Do you see? That's what you didn't get in childhood. That becomes a silent demand and contract that has invisible ink, the invisible ink of your partner. Just by simply saying, I'm with you, you've signed it for them. Do you see? Do you see? Only when we stop outsourcing our wholeness can we finally send out who and what we truly are. Free. Free. Right? Unforced reciprocity versus emotional bartering. How unresolved trauma mimics altruism in intimate partnerships. Listen to what I'm saying. It mimics altruism. Wounded men become insecure nice guys. Wounded women put an emphasis on their beauty, ignoring their internal work. They understand their beauty, their face, their aesthetic becomes a type of currency that allows them to maneuver. It becomes, are you listening? It allows them to maneuver through society, getting trinkets and the acknowledgement and appreciation that they don't know how to give themselves. Do you see? Overgiving often originates from unresolved attachment adaptation, not genuine generosity. When giving presupposes return, it ceases to be love and becomes conditional transaction. Every emotional act carries a frequency, a vibration. Energy rooted in survival will manifest distortion, not balance. Therapeutic evidence confirms that generosity driven by unresolved trauma frequently leads to emotional fatigue, not the development of intimacy. The reciprocity illusion. How emotional commerce replaces unconditional conscious connection. The compulsive need for reciprocation often masks unmet developmental needs. See, if you got unmet developmental needs, it's not your partner to fulfill those needs. It's your job. It's not your partner's responsibility to fulfill those needs. It is your job. It is your responsibility to become aware of, through therapy, through the dark night of the soul, meditation, mindfulness, spirituality. It is your job to come into awareness of those needs and then take on that spiritual curriculum for resolution. It's not their partner. We turn these unmet developmental needs into expectations. Do you see? You know, I gave you a really nice gift. You should give me one. You should acknowledge that I gave you. Do you see what I'm saying? You're giving for acknowledgement. You're giving for validation. You're giving for approval. There's more to it than that. Hey, I just ripped the can off of this. I want y'all to talk to me tonight. The number to dial, 1-800-920-1580.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah. At KBLA Talk 1580, we're proud to be celebrating 4 years on the air, but we know we could not have made it this far without you. We work hard every single day to curate conversations that will enlighten, encourage, and empower you. So, from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580, a big thank you for your love and support.
You don't know how much you mean to me.
And by the way, if your smartphone did not update automatically, be sure to download our brand new KBLA 1580 app. We think you'll love all the new features, including new ways to send us photos and video in real time, whenever news breaks, while we're on the air. It's a new dawn, a new day for KBLA Talk 1580, and we're glad you're on this journey with us.
You never turned away, you were right there. And I thank you, thank you.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Don't worry about it. You've had a long day. Just don't say nothing. I got your shift today. Just take a second, breathe. Just take a second and breathe.
Reciprocity means that as you sow, so shall you reap. You know, this is a saying that's around in every philosophical base. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, to quote Newton. You know, the idea that there is always something that is reflecting individual action. The universe responds to individual action. Universe responds to individual action. This is the Vedic saying. And then what does this mean? It means that, you are going to create your surroundings. Your surroundings are here to give you joy and to benefit you and please you and make life happy in every way. The individual is responsible for their own surroundings. We create them. We are in a particular state of consciousness that causes the surroundings to assemble themselves in a particular way. Quantum mechanics also
Hey, give from your heart, man. Give from your heart. Give because you are the embodiment, the living embodiment of giving. It's not giving if you feel like there's a loss in letting go of the gift. Do you see? So many of us, if I give, will they give? That's not giving. That's setting up the return of a gift. Like an actor can't pull us in to a movie unless he's given himself over to the character. He, as his everyday self, ceases to exist and he gives himself over to the character. Those typically are your greatest actors. In music, an artist can't compel us to be moved if they haven't given themselves over to the song. I have to feel and believe that you are this performance. Well, in relationship, it's not a performance. You have to give from the space of the giver. The giver always has more to give. They don't lack. Listen to what I'm saying. This is a spiritual concept and not a clinical one. When we are broken, we always need. And typically the need is outsourced because no one educated us that there is an infinite well of divinity within us. So, we learned from our first deity. Who was our first deity? Our primary caregiver. If she was broke, if he was broke, if there was some type of disconnect within them, you model and parent them or pattern them. So now, if they're anxious, preoccupied, dismissive, avoidant, fearful, avoidant, have childhood PTSD, if they are broken, raised in a dysfunctional household, that is the norm. Need becomes the norm. So this is where emotional capacity comes in. This is where being able to tolerate difficult moments and the lack of resilience and the pursuit of softness and ease comes in. Right? Healthy people understand life is hard. And if you make it to a certain point, you're blessed. And that's where gratitude comes from. Do you see? When I come forward, I'm going to the phone lines. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Gone.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Black House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries says President Trump broke his promise to keep the U.S. out of foreign wars by launching an attack on Iran without congressional approval. The New York Democrat says the strike goes against the Constitution and bypassed diplomatic options that were still on the table. While he agrees Iran must not obtain nuclear weapons, Jeffries says the administration failed to pursue peaceful solutions. Jocelyn Savage, who claims she and R. Kelly are engaged, is denying claims from her parents that she's brainwashed or being controlled. In a new video, she says she's been with Kelly for 10 years, proposed to him 3 years ago, and still hopes for his release. And Black Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass is warning about masked men posing as immigration agents. A viral video shows them pepper spraying and forcing a man into an unmarked car in Santa Ana. Officials have not confirmed if they were real agents, raising fears of impersonation and possible crimes. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Celebrate the special father figure in your life at Dodger Stadium on June 15th for Father's Day versus the Giants. With the purchase of a ticket to the game, receive an exclusive Dodgers Father's Day bucket hat presented by Security Benefit. Don't miss this special night in the ballpark. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Yeah, yo, come on. Here come the drums.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we fight the power every day.
Yeah, gotta give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey.
I listen to KBLA and I love the commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, you know, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it. Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Fight the power.
During this time, it's important for everyone to know your rights. The 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments in the U.S. Constitution protects every one of us, regardless of immigration status. The 4th Amendment requires a judicial warrant to search your home. The 5th protects your right to remain silent, and the 6th gives you the right to an attorney. Just remember,
No warrant, no key. Fly privacy. You don't have to speak. No lawyer inside. Don't say a thing. Yeah, we all got rights.
Hey, we all got rights.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
New Always Pocket Flex Foam will change the way you think about pads. Get full-size protection in a surprisingly tiny pack that fits right in your purse or pocket. Perfect for life on the go. With up to 0 leaks, 0 feel, and 0 bunching, you'll forget you're even wearing a pad. And Always Pocket Flex Foam is designed to adapt to your body, so you can move freely and confidently throughout your day. Experience the future of period protection with new Always Pocket Flex Foam. Pick up your pack today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
If this world were mine.
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I take your dreams and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I take your enemies in front of God. Introduce them to that light, hit them strictly with that fire. Fire, 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 fire. Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I take your dreams and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I take your enemies in front of God. Introduce them to that light, hit them strictly with that fire. It's a vibe, do your dance, let them watch. She a fan, he a flop, they just wanna kumbaya, nah.
This world concrete, flowers grow. Heartache, she only do what she know.
Let's talk today about negotiation tactics. One of the most powerful of all is called persuasion by reciprocation. Now, this is based on what is called the law of reciprocity. It's considered by many to be the most powerful law of human nature. And what it says is this: if you do something nice for me, I'll do something nice for you. I feel obligated to reciprocate. For example, if we go out to lunch together and I say, I'll pick up the lunch, you almost always say that I will pay for it next time. And next time you insist on paying for the lunch. Now, there's several different types of reciprocation. There's, of course, emotional reciprocation, where you make people feel good. You say, thank you, it's a pleasure to meet you, I know how busy you are, thank you very much for your time, or this is a beautiful company, or it's a great opportunity for me to speak to you. Whenever you say anything that causes people to feel better about themselves, they have a deep unconscious need to reciprocate. There's another type of reciprocation which is called material or financial reciprocation. When you do something physical for someone, for example, you help someone load their car, they want to help you load their car. You lend people money or your lawnmower, they want to pay you back by reciprocating in some way. We always like to do things for others because we have, according to psychologists, this deep need to be even. So if you do something for me, the only way that I can get even is by doing something for you. By the way, the reverse is also true. If you do something that hurts me, then I feel a deep need to get even as well, so be careful. So the starting point of reciprocation is look for opportunities to do things for others. Something as simple as bringing a cutout from a newspaper that may be of interest to a prospect. Something as simple as giving a person a book or something like that. Something as simple as opening the door or getting a cup of coffee is a very powerful technique to cause people.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason on Complete Fire tonight. This is episode 1 of a series I'm doing about the spiritual nature of relationship. And episode 1 is talking about unforced reciprocity. So many of us are so racked with unhealed wounds that we are hypervigilant for those who may take advantage of us, for those who may take advantage of our kindness. Some of us are so broken that we've used kindness, right, in order to trigger reciprocity in others. Do you see? Yeah, this is a heavy topic tonight. I hope you're tuned in. We got callers from all over the country. I definitely want to get everybody in. Reciprocity, when expected, contradicts the non-contingent nature of love. The law of amplification ensures that covert motives return magnified, not fulfilled. So if you have an intention, a negative intention behind your giving, what you're seeking in return may return magnified. In other words, you didn't know you were seeking the brokenness in you. It may come back magnified. How? The person you gave something to may not either appreciate it, right? Because your intent is to get something. So you wasn't giving with a pure heart anyway. So they may not appreciate what you gave. So what you're looking for may come back magnified, intensified, not fulfilled, right? If you're giving from a space of love, kindness, purity, openness, unconditionality, guess what? You may get something back even greater than what you initially gave. Do you see? I know people don't. Clients experiencing chronic disappointment in love from the clinical insight often unconsciously enter relationships with unspoken emotional contracts, right? Attachment addiction and false reciprocity, how insecurity masquerades as intimacy. Anxious avoidant pairings, right? Simulate intensity through dysregulation, not connection. Familiar pain often substitutes for authentic presence, distorting relational truth. I want to know, what is reciprocity to you? Right? Before you give, before you open up, they got to give and open up. Do you know how to be present in a relationship? Or are you just performative? We've got people on the line that need to talk. We got AP from DC. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic? AP, no profanity, brother. This is your first time on the line. You're on a terrestrial radio, brother. No cursing, all right? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Yeah, what's going on, Ms. Zoe? I just want to say what's going on, and shout out everybody that's tuned in. But my thoughts on the subject matter is, honestly, I think there's reciprocity. I always have an issue.
Reciprocity.
Reciprocity. I think it's that, and I think it's also givers. The opposite of like the giver side having like that emotional blowback as well.
Wow. Talk to me about it. What do you mean by emotional blowback? Keep going.
Because my ex-wife, so we had divorced, and we had got back together, and the second time, because we had got back together multiple times, but the second time we got back together, I had to come back, and I pretty much came back and was like a savior to her because she was unemployed at the time, and I was paying all her bills, rent, everything. Mm-hmm. And I had this deep feeling in an epitome that was like, I felt like I owed her. So that was why I did it. I felt like I didn't do enough for her during the marriage. So it was a piece of me that felt like guilty, like I had to like come back and save her. And the crazy part is, I'm working 40 hours a week. I'm letting her use my car while I'm at work. Like I'm paying like her bills. Like I'm watching her daughter when she like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so wait,
Travis Hunter.
Hold on. So you were giving out of guilt?
Yeah.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Why did you feel guilty? Why did you feel obligated? I just want to know, like, were you trying to help her because you care about her, you love her? Or was the guilt stronger than the care, the love, the connection? Which was stronger, bro?
The guilt. But
wow.
But the guilt made me feel so connected to her, like we were still married, even though we weren't. But the guilt made me feel like so attached to her that it made me inclined to do the most grand gestures and do everything for her, like pay her bills.
So wait a minute, hold on. We digging in now. Tell me now, what did you think the ultimate payoff for those actions would bring to you? Stay right there. Stay right there. Just think about it. Think about it. When we come forward, the voice of reason. I'm going back to DC because AP is cooking.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Hey, it's Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. Are you tired of stealing your shine? California Cleaners is where you go to rescue your wardrobe. They don't just clean, they elevate. Hand washing, crisp laundry, and precise alterations, all while keeping your wallet happy. Listen, all you gotta do is connect with them in the beautiful city of Inglewood. Whether it's grass-stained jeans, silk that's seen better days, or a hemline emergency before date night, you're on deck with California Cleaners, located at 1326 North La Brea Avenue, Inglewood, California.
Lena Bloom for the Bail Project. Imagine you're stuck in a jail cell and you can't afford bail and someone offers you a way out. Just plead guilty and you can go home and kiss your kids goodnight. What do? What thousands have. You plead guilty whether you are or not. Cash bail makes poverty a crime. That's why the Bail Project helps those who can't afford it while fighting to end cash bail. Because freedom should be free.
Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hey, it's Matt, your leaf filter trusted pro. Gutters are an often neglected part of the home. They're also one of the most important. Clogged, overflowing gutters can cause serious problems like foundation damage or basement flooding, which can cost thousands of dollars to fix. Let's face it, cleaning gutters yourself is not only a hassle, it can be dangerous. But when you get Leaf Filter, you'll never have to worry about cleaning clogged gutters again. Get started today by visiting leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free inspection. If you decide to move forward, we'll professionally clean, realign, and seal your gutters before installing our patented stainless steel micro mesh system. Leaf Filter keeps out everything but the water. And it's backed by a lifetime transferable no clogs warranty. So you're protected for good. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help. Visit Leaf Filter today for a free inspection and estimate, and you could save up to 30%. Visit leaffilter.com/deal. That's leaffilter.com/deal.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. Every girl deserves a chance to shine. That's the belief behind Forgiving for Living, Inc. Since 1999, this organization has been empowering at-risk girls ages 13 to 18, helping them overcome behavioral and mental health challenges. Founder Wendy Gladney's personal journey inspired the mission to give girls hope and purpose through the power of forgiveness. Through their ambassador program, workshops, and annual conference, Forgiving for Living has touched over 3,000 young lives, providing mentoring, life skills, training, and tools for building self-esteem and confidence. You can make a difference. Visit forgivingforliving.org to donate, volunteer, become a mentor, or find help for a young girl in need. Forgiving for Living, Inc., building brighter futures for young girls. Visit forgivingforliving.org today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Real talk, Usher, Just Blaze, been out.
Last word she said to me. Now I'm wishing she was still here with me. And now that day's here, every man gotta shed tears, right? You never miss a good thing till it leaves you. But finally I realize that I need you. I want you back, baby girl. I need you back. Gotta have you back, babe. Heartbroken when you left my world. I would've kept my girl. I love you. I don't know what I'm gonna do without my baby. It's driving me crazy because I'm missing my baby. I'm going out of my mind and I'm running out of time. Oh, I just wish I could find you, girl. Oh, said I'm about to go crazy, baby. I've been keeping you lately. I'm going out of my head and all the things that I said, I wish that I never said.
If you cannot add value to me, we're definitely wasting time. Why? Because I know what I bring to the table. A lot of times we just bring anybody into our lives without qualifying them. What do you need from me? I never engage in a relationship with anyone that I cannot add value to. So firstly, I say, what can I give? And then what do I want from you in exchange?
Get her out of here. Just get her out of here. I'm triggered. These are the kind of ideas right now that are ruining relationships. I never get with somebody I can't add value to. Then that means they're lesser than you and you get some type of, You get some kind of approval, some type of codependency. What are you looking for? You looking for someone who's doing worse than you? Get out of here. It's goofy. We got to stop with the goofy belief systems. And then, and I know what I bring to the table. Oh, yeah, do you? Do you bring healed wounds to the table? And I know you can't heal them all. Do you bring, let's give you a D, a straight up D, if we're grading it. Do you bring a 45% individuation percentage to the table? Hey, I'm not done individuating. I'm not even halfway there, but I've got about 40% done. That's something great to bring to the table. But if you're talking about, I can help you with your taxes, I can hire H&R Block. TurboTax has an app now. Do you see what I'm saying? When I hear that kind of talk, I be like, get out of here. What are you bringing to the table? Bring something healed to the table. Now we can negotiate. You bring this aggrandized, I'm well put together to the table. I know that that's mask talk. I know people don't want to hear me talk like that. But we got to cut the goofiness out of it. It's that kind of talk that contaminates future generations. Relationships are inherently spiritual. It's where you discover the devil in you, not the devil in them. They're just the mirror to the devil in you. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you don't want to hear that. AP from DC, get back in here, man. Give me your thoughts on the question that I asked you. What is your payoff? Right? Ultimately, you said you were giving out of guilt. You said you were taking care of her out of guilt. You were doing all of these things. But what was the ultimate payoff for doing all of that?
Looking back, ultimately, I gained a lesson, a huge lesson as far as like what I wanted out of a woman, and ultimately as far as like I got clarity as far as like who I was and what I wanted out of my life. So
no, that's what
was a hard.
That's what you got. I'm talking about what were you looking for as a payoff for doing those things? That's what you ultimately got. You probably didn't go into it looking for that, but that's probably what you ultimately got. But I'm asking you, what did you go into it looking for?
Honestly, I was looking for her to stop saying that I owed her, because for some reason throughout the course of our relationship, she kept saying like I owed her, especially once we got, we were like separated and ultimately got divorced. She always said like I owed her. So like she constantly said that. So I believe that programmed something into me that made me feel inferior.
Wait, this is big. Did she guilt you? Were you guilted, or did you feel guilty organically?
I believe it was a mixture of both. Because I knew I wasn't the man that I was supposed to be. So I knew that I could have been a lot better. So I was given money as like compensation for like being a crappy boyfriend or husband. But at the same time,
let me stop you. According to whom you weren't a good man? Was it according to you, or was it according to her?
A mixture of both. It was like just some self like actualization, and then just her just being on me all the time.
Have you gone to therapy?
For sure. I've done almost 2 years of therapy since.
So what's your attachment style? Did they tell you?
Nah, I don't know what that is. Maybe you could tell me. I don't know.
No, man. Go back to therapy and ask them.
I actually plan to go back. Like, seriously, I actually plan to go back later this year. So
find out what your attachment style is, and then that'll tell you who you're most likely attracted to. Not always, but in many cases, yeah. That avoidant, anxious trap. It is a trap, and I swear to God, once you learn how to get out of it, you'll never look back. But I really think you should check it out. Go back to your therapist and make sure you ask, Can you evaluate me, my early childhood upbringing, my parentage, all of that, and tell me what my attachment style might be? Because I hear you. You're giving some pretty fair answers, some pretty good answers in terms of, you say, well, it's both of us. I guilted myself, but also feel like she may have guilted me as well. So I love the balance in your question. But did you give out of an open, kind heart? Yes or no?
No.
Right? And did it feel antithetical to your character, who you are as a person? Did you feel
100%.
like, man, I don't even know why I'm doing this. Why am I going over and above the call of duty? Did you feel that way? Did it feel misaligned with who you are?
Yeah, I felt out my body. Like I was kind of going through the motions.
So guess what? You were doing it for something. Or you were doing it under the influence of someone. Something to think about, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I got to figure out that attachment style.
Come on, man. Get with your therapist and work it out. And call back, brother. I love the call. I love the transparency. Thank you for jumping in here, brother. Let me ask you this. Guess what you just did?
What up?
Hey, you brought Washington, D.C. in the house. If you want to bring your city into this national discussion, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, more from Mountain View, Hawaii, Houston, Texas. What other city is going to be on my board? Let me know.
I would take back all my words. I didn't see it. I couldn't see what I was doing, babe. See, baby, come, I was blind, and I wish I could try to be